Happy New Year again. Welcome to 2014. Remember when the year 2000 approaching was like, oh my goodness. No computers, no nothing. It was all going to go down. Well, what I've learned since then is my computer goes down more than, it ought to, but all by itself. Doesn't matter the year, or the decade, or the century mark. So, who's ready for something new? I am. Really? Are you sure? Yeah. So, do you know what that newness might be? Do you have any idea what that might be? Well, today is the day, and now is the moment to open to this ever greater potential of God as that newness. As that newness. And a good way to start, for me, is with gratitude. To be in a mental state of everything that has come into my life is good. That's been a hard pill lately. Everything comes into life, and there's some good in this. But what I know is, from our first breath of life up until now, there is an abundance of gratitude. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day are days when traditionally we reflect back over the year, and sometimes many years, and pull that gratitude in. Come to terms with what has happened. And out of that, to create something new. To invoke, to intend, to proclaim something else for our lives. So our annual theme with that in mind is to experience. To experience. This year we're going to experience. And this month it's newness. So this month we're going to pare it down, focus it down to experience newness. To experience newness requires change. You mean I have to change? I've got to be something or someone different? Not really. Not really. But we do need to change out of our old way of thinking, our old way of responding, an old belief we have clothed ourselves in, and back into that which is forever who we are, which is Divine Spirit. You see, we put on who we think we should be. It's like clothing. We put on our style, our sense of who we think we are or should be. But is it what we are? Is it our clothing of our own choosing? The moment we claim the truth of who we are is the moment we can be in full gratitude for all that has brought us to here in this moment. And then that change becomes us. How becoming are we? Are we stuck in the old style of who we have been? Not that it's bad, but it's a choice. Most times it's unconscious, that choice. Well, what I know about spirit and choice is that the first law of spirit is order. And we must recognize this and then change our mind and place a new order. Place a new order. Spirit, the law of mind, the law of God, follows a natural order. It's a spiritual law. And we must be bold enough to put it in mind. Divine mind, the spiritual mind. Whatever it is we know that is supportive for us and good for us, because we know that. We know that. Many times in my life I've done things not illegal, but out of my comfort zone. That's not always bad, but one thing I learned early in this teaching, never sacrifice principle of who we are, even on special occasions. There's a lot of things people do on special occasions that put us out of who we really say we are. So, that being said, when we're bold enough to put into mind, it has the potential to propel us toward our greater good, which, quite frankly, is our already established spiritual magnificence. But we clothe it and block it and diminish it many times as we do life. So today, to help us get into this experiencing newness and to place a new order, I have 5 affirmations to assist. And that will help us then cover and claim a new order, if you will. First affirmation. I claim the perfection of my own being. Let's say that. I claim the perfection of my own being. One more time. I claim the perfection of my own being. Not anybody else's. I don't want yours, you don't want mine. Really. You don't. We don't. We each have our own. The science of mind, Ernest Holmes tells us, since the divine must hold us as some part of its eternal perfection, we are fulfilling our destiny when we think of ourselves as already divine and perfect. To contemplate that divine life, which is at the very center of every person's life, this is the very essence of mental healing. But we have to claim that I am the perfection of my own being, which then is at the very essence of who we are. I think we should recognize this universal goodness more and more of the time. And what a better time to start than now, the first of the year. That God is the core of all life. God, contraction of good, is the core of all life. So I claim the perfection of my own being. The second, God is my beloved companion. Let's say that one. God is my beloved companion. The Dalai Lama said, I feel that it is our identification with the compassionate ideal that is at the source of our good-naturedness and sense of joy. That good old Dalai Lama. God is my beloved companion. You know, that is an idea that when I first began in this teaching, from the very first year of classes, that it was not God and I, it was God as I. Not a partner outside of myself, but a part of me, a part as me. And then we begin to see life and live life from that perspective more of the time, then there is less bumpy road, there is less conflict, there is less confusion. So, God is my beloved companion is number 2. The third, taking dominion of my thoughts, I create my good world. Let's say that one. Taking dominion of my thoughts, I create my good world. Stephen Covey wrote in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, act or be acted upon. Hello. Hello. In this teaching, we encourage uncovering your beliefs. You want something different, you want something new. You do spiritual mind treatment. And then, those that have had class, what's the saying? Treat and move your feet. You've got to move out with any idea into the world, into your world. You can't just write it down and sit there. I mean, it helps to know what it is. But then to act towards something. Reverend Louis always says, don't react to it. Act toward it. Act toward it. And that's what has to happen. Act or be acted upon. This idea takes us from the idea to the action. This is the real meat of these 5 steps to me. Change begins where? In mind, with an idea. But there it sits, taking its nap. Nice little nap. Until we shake it, until we literally take it for a walk. Take it for a walk, see how it feels, try it on. There is no experiencing anything if we just sit around talking about it. Now, if Mark just wanted to do a song and he just thought, well, these are nice lyrics and maybe these are some nice notes for it, but didn't perform it, we had missed it. We would have missed your experiencing the Spirit as you, as your gift to us. And so you can't just write it down, sit on it, take a nap with it. It must be shared out. To experience newness requires several steps. It's like online shopping. First, you look through the selections, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And you might choose your size, your color, your style, whatever. What do you do next? Add to your cart. Add to your cart. The fourth, purchase. Then what? Comes in the mail. You get to try it on. You get to experience it. So it takes that process in spirit as well to be able to say, yeah, this is what I'd like. I'd like to have it maybe like this, and then I want it to come to, I'm going to experience it, but I got to try it on to make sure it fits. If it doesn't fit, guess what? Send it back. Choose something new. Spirit's that way. It's not permanent. Our choice is not permanent. It can change. It can change. Number 4. I praise the effortlessness. Start over. I praise the effortless action of the law of mind. I praise the effortless action of the law of mind. Did you know that the law of mind doesn't know the difference between, a green pea and a watermelon? It doesn't know size or shape or color, amount of anything. It just provides what it is that we say we choose. Ernest Holmes, in The Science of Mind, tells us, all manifestations of life is from an invisible to a visible plane. And is done so through a silent, effortless process of spiritual realization. So as we proceed with our demand upon spirit through the law of mind, then it goes from an invisible concept to a manifest form by first going through some of those processes of taking it for a walk. We have to take some action. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. Gratitude makes sense of our past. It makes sense of our past. I look back on my life and I give thanks for every single thing. Every single thing. It just brought me to here, this moment now. My life has been very rich, full, loving, supportive, and that's what I look back upon. And how that supports the ongoingness of life in whatever's next. And that's what we draw upon when we start every single day. What has come before that I'm grateful for? And allow that for to go forward into our lives. So gratitude makes sense of our past. It brings peace for tomorrow, for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates and provides a vision for tomorrow. Ram Dass tells us, each incarnation is a stepping stone on the soul's path to God. So each step we take, every moment we move forward, every time we step into something new, as we're going to do this year, it is providing our soul with its rightful evolution. And so I look out today and I've met some new people. I have a friend from Oregon here today. I'm so blessed. And these are past, present, future sitting before me. And I'm grateful for all of this mix of life that has come together for right now. And that's where I live from, is this now sense of understanding. So we move on to the fifth. I am serene in my awareness that I am God, expressing as I. We'll do this in 3 parts. I am serene in my awareness that I am God expressing. In my awareness that I am God expressing as I. That's the oneness. That's releasing, letting the experience unfold in its proper time and proper space, showing up in whatever its perfection is. Most of the time, that perfection for me is a whole lot greater than what I ever expected. And I can expect quite a lot. I do. Like to children. I can express quite a lot. So, take these 5 affirmations and let them provide you with a sense of newness, excitement, and joy in your life. Because I know when you do that, your life will show up in profound and magnificent ways. And so this part is. Namaste. Now we're good. Thank you. There's a handout this morning that I would like the ushers to provide.